Hello my friends, how are you? So in my previous video I showed you how I did the painting of the camo. So I've finished that process. So now the next step was I put on the decals, and these decals were very easy to put on. Riffield model decals are very good, nothing wrong with them. See there, they go on really nice. Can't really see any carrier film or anything like that, and I didn't use any high gloss or anything like that. And you see with this one on this side, all I did was just cut it in half before I put it on the actual model, the 152. Then on this side, you can see it there. But after that, so once I put the decals on, then I blackened all the stuff that I want to get repainted. I also blackened this, but I've put a bit of khaki on it. And then I gave it a dry brush. So I gave it a bit of a dry brush just to give it a bit of a scratched look and all that kind of stuff. And I used dark sand. Now this dark sand won't really come up with the dark yellow, but it does. It makes the brown and the green look a little bit scratched. And then I've come along with this new one here, Tamiya's Dark Yellow 2. And you can see I've started to actually create some chipping, you know, around here and all that kind of stuff. I'll go all over the thing and we'll get some sort of chipping, and just using the dark yellow there, and we'll use a different color even more to add more chips and stuff. But the first step I'll do is I'll lay down this, and that sort of gives you the feel that the actual paint's just been scrubbed off. It's coming along really good. Really happy with the progress so far. But I'll show you how I keep going, and we'll get this painted up and looking really good. Haven't added any oils yet, so we're just doing the spray painting and then hand painting the acrylics on. So lacquer, water-based, then oil-based. That's my process. All right, I'll speak to you again, and we'll see how it looks when I do the next step. Hey there guys, so right now I'm just giving the first layer of the mud at the bottom, and you can see here it just gives it a really nice first mud effect. Really nice with the dark yellow there. I haven't done any, but I've done all that part. So to get that effect, I'm using pigments here mixed with modeling paste, or you could call it texture paste. You get these from modelling shops, and these are two different brands. This one's a much better brand. I'd highly recommend you go Chrome Mackerel if you can. That's an Australian brand. And this one I've just bought at Target for about $8. And that one I bought at an artist shop for about $20. So there is a vast difference. And what they use it for is artists will, it's like it's a really thick sort of paste. You can mix paints and pigments and all kinds of stuff with it. I mix pigments with it. It's really good for that. And they use it, artists use it to sort of create a, you know, to layer up their, their canvas or whatever first, and give it some texture and all that kind of stuff instead of having that canvasy look. But then you mix it with some pigments and you get this really thick paste like this, and you can thin it down with some water or whatever. But it dries really matte as well. So here I've got the dark sand, light earth, and that's burnt umber. And then you just sort of, I use a flat brush, and you just dab that on, and I mix in all the different colors. So you just mix it in, and you get this different sort of color radius at different points. And then having the hot water close by, I come in, and because it takes a fair while to dry, you have heaps of time just to move it around and clean it up and create that really nice look that you've got there. Really, really effective, I found. And also starting to do the chipping. And you can see there, I start with a dark yellow around the opposite colors. And then you can also use a dark chipping mix. And these chipping mixes here are quite easy to make. It's about 45% black, 45% brown with 10% red. And that's just a rough estimate depending on how you want it. And you can just add those little chip effects around the dark yellow part, and over the top of the yellow that you've put down. And you can see here along the side there, I've started to do it with the dark yellow. But I'll show you more of that as we go. I'll finish this up and show you how it looks. And I haven't even touched it with oil paints yet, so no oil paints yet. We're still on the acrylic stage and we're still just giving it its permanent paints before we go to the oil stage.